Hello, my name is Anne and welcome to a Tobyknits podcast, episode 113. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. If you are returning, you know what to do. Grab a cup of tea, get comfy, because today we're talking about the knitting. Wednesdays, I normally talk about the floss tube, the cross stitch in other words, and Fridays is all about the quilty fun, which are the three favorite crafty projects of mine at the moment. You will note I said at the moment, although they've been pretty much the way things have been going for the past 2 years. Knitting did take a little bit of a drop off the scope in July and August because I find it really just too hot to knit then. And I was doing a lot more cross stitch. But now we're back to the knitting because it's starting to get cooler out. Of course, not today, it isn't. I'm hoping it's going to start to get cooler out. I live in Canada, although I was originally born in Liverpool, England, and came over to Canada when I was 25. So the knitting, yes. I've tried to make this 3 times already, and each time I keep messing it up. So let's just get on with the show. Okay. I haven't done a tremendous amount of knitting this week. And I'm not really quite sure why. Now, in my little Netherwood bag, which was a little bag I used to make back in the day and sell, I have got the owl cowl from Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. And last week I showed you I had just finished the pink part. Well, this week I managed to get the next row of purple done. And then I will be starting, or actually I have just started, you can see there, I got a little bit in, just started with the very pale green. Once I've done my 15 rows of the green, then I'll go back and start the rib, which will just look like this at this end, and then it'll be finished. Now this, I am working on in the car. So this is what I call my car knitting, because I do not drive, and I think it's gonna look lovely when it's finished. I'm not a very good passenger, so I'm better off being preoccupied while we're driving somewhere. And so that's what I do. I sit and knit while we're driving somewhere. So that's the knitting. Now I was going to work on triangulum blanket and flax sweater this week. I've only got to put an arm in the flax sweater, and it's a baby sweater. It's not like it's going to take me a long time. But I just wasn't in the mood for either of them this week. You know, with the triangulum, I've got to wind all the yarn. I've got a lot of yarn to wind up. I've got 15 mini skeins. And yes, they're only mini skeins, but still, it's a lot of yarn to wind. So my grandson is here tomorrow, Tristan. He loves winding, so I'll get him to help me with that. The other thing that I've been working on is an old one that I put away for a while, I think a few months. And that is the Shawlography Shawl by Stephen West. And this is what it looks like. It really is stunning. There are lots and lots of it. It's got 5 beautiful colors that we have been dealing with. And I'm actually at, let's do that. And you'll be able to see. No, it's this one. There. Oh my goodness. All I have left is the stripe along this part here. Now, so I did this while I was watching, what was I watching? Oh, I think we were watching a TV show or something. And I started back up. I was here where that little stitch marker is, and I managed to get this done in 2 evenings. So I figured out it's taking me roughly 3 stripes an evening, which I usually knit for about 2 hours. So I kind of worked out, so there's 3. That's what I have. The stripe takes up 8 of these stitches. So that would be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So I think it'll take me 5, 6.5 hours to finish this, which is really good because I have to finish it by October the 6th. Because that's when the new one starts. Oh my God, I'm all in a mess here now. That's when the new Stephen West knit along starts. And if you've never done one, they are the most fun ever. I've done 2 now, that one, and I did one the year before, which was called Slipstravaganza. Oh, I love that one. It was all purples and pale purples, and oh, it's lovely. And once I finish this, I'll get the other one out. Once this is finished and blocked, I'll get the other one out so you can see the 2 of them as we start Twist and Turns, which is going to be the new one. And I think it starts the 6th of October. And every Thursday for the month of October, he releases a new part. And you get a video where he runs you through how to do the particular stitches. Because, I mean, some of them are quite complicated. So this, for example, is brioche. So as you can see, one side it's the red and the white, and the other side it's the white and the red. And then this was just the garter stitch. This one had bobbles. Then this one here had a kind of the way the pattern went. And then this one was all loopies. Like, so the whole thing has lots of interest and intrigue as you're knitting along. And they're always quite big. So they start off very small and lovely. And you just, the first week or 2, you're just moving away on all your clues. And then you get to the fact that you've got 200 stitches on your needle or something, or 400 stitches on your needle. And then they're a bit of a slog. It takes longer. So I never get mine finished, as you can tell, within the month. But that doesn't matter. It never bothers me that. It's more the fun of taking part. He also has a Facebook page, and he has a Ravelry group where you get to talk. I used to go on the Ravelry group quite often, but then it got to the point where there was like 300 messages, and I was like, I'm not reading all these. So I don't go on it as much as I should. But anyway, I got my yarn today for the new one. Now, we had to get, and it's all fingering weight yarn. We had to get 2 colors, and I love white in my shawls. You know I love white, or white somewhere in it. So I got these 2 Cascade Heritage yarns. They are 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And I don't actually know what, they don't give them names, I don't think. But anyway, it's this one, which is color 5618. I think it might be Snow. I think they give on their website, I think they give it a name, but I don't think they do on the tag, which drives me mad. Why can't you just print it on the tag? It's not the end of the world. So I got this color. Then we had to get a contrast color, 2 of a contrast. So I got gray. So this will be the contrast. And I understand that we are working mostly with these 2 colors the most, because that's why we've got 2 of each, right? So I believe these will be mixing and dancing together. And then we're gonna add to these lovely colors, let me put that one down. We're gonna add to these 2 lovely colors a pop of color. And my pop is red, 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 red. And I think this is Christmas red. This is just a regular gray, which is 5660 is the color number. And then this one is 5619. So I think this is called Christmas red, and I think this is just gray, and then the snow. But oh, isn't this gonna go lovely together? I think so. I think they'll be great together. It'll make a nice Christmas color fall shawl. Anyway, I'm super excited to get started with that now that I've got all my yarn. And so yes, I think Tristan and I will be having a very busy spinning day tomorrow while we wind up all of our yarns into cakes. And yes, because on top of the 15 minis, now I have 5 100 grams to do. So yeah, anyway, that's what I've done this week. Like I said, not a lot of knitting because I really want to try and concentrate on finishing shawlography. So any knitting nights, I'm going to work on that once I get it finished. And the other thing too is we are heading down to Nova Scotia next week. So I think I'll still have a video go up next Monday, but for the next 2 weeks there won't be any videos because I'll be away. I might put a few up while we're out and about in Nova Scotia, and I'm not taking my knitting with me to Nova Scotia. So yeah, so I need to get this finished before we go. So I have a week before we go. So I have to make sure that I have at least 6 hours to work on it. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I'm going up for a cup of tea and I probably have to make dinner. Gosh, dinner gets in the way every time. So I will talk to you all soon.